Right, the fair pay thing, you would have seen this being debated in Parliament last night, and they tell us it's going to mean for low-paid workers, it's going to mean they're going to get more money and they're going to get better conditions. Do you believe it? I don't believe it. To be honest with you, how is forcing businesses to pay people more, like arbitrarily drawing a line in the sand and saying you have to pay people above that based on some arbitrary union demands, isn't that just going to push the price of goods up? So those people who are earning the least will end up paying more for the goods that they need to go and buy, that all of us will need to go and buy.
Hang on, that's only if the employers pass on those costs to consumers.
What else are they going to do?
Well, employers still need to remain competitive with each other, so they're not necessarily going to always pass those costs on.
OK, so do you push some employers out then? Does that mean that some businesses close and some jobs are lost?
Well, some businesses, if they can't survive, if there's too many players in the sector already.
OK, so then
we've got record low unemployment right now.
Well, what happens
if people have to let their staff leave, well, there's other jobs to go to right now.
OK.
Otherwise you're going to have a situation where employers are having a race to the bottom, where basically they're competing with each other about how little they pay their employees. And when we've got a cost of living crisis, that's not what we want for people's living conditions.
Yeah, but I would have thought the converse. I would have thought that if we are in the middle of a cost of living crisis, piling more costs onto business isn't a smart thing to do right now.
The problem is, I guess, with productivity as well. This is something that has been introduced in Australia. They've had this kind of awards system, and for the last 30 years, their productivity is increasing, whereas ours hasn't been.
Yeah, but is that because of the awards system? Or is that because of something else entirely? I mean, they're still doing a lot of mining. I know we're not that keen on that here.
No, but Christopher Luxon, the national leader who would be opposed to the fair pay agreement, is saying that in Australia you only have to work for 45 minutes for the same amount of pay that you get in New Zealand for working for an hour.
Yeah. Well, we'd love to know what you think about this morning. That was quite feisty, wasn't it? It was good. Yeah. Feedback at amshow.co.nz. Bernie, what do you think? Whose side are you on?
Well, I don't think there's a side here. I think it's a grey area. I think employers will be forced to absorb those costs. They will have to pass them on. The key is getting good employees. If you get good employees, they want to stay, you want to look after them, and that's the trick at the moment. It's pretty hard to find good staff.